Hi guys. So I've talked a lot about children's books that I like over all this COVID homeschooling. I have gone on with the boys and done a different favorite book in our series, Read Aloud Chaos. But today I actually want to talk about an adult book, and it's an adult book that hits close to home for me. This book is called Expecting Sunshine, and of course it's going to be backwards because I don't know how to solve that on the video. So Expecting Sunshine, a journey of grief, healing, and pregnancy after loss. And it's by an author named Alexis Chute. I'm saying it phonetically because I'm hoping for the best. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her last name. She's an Edmonton-based writer and photographer, and I saw her at the Edmonton Teachers Convention this past year. She was doing a session on just writing, and it fit really well with what I do about telling our own story and telling stories for other medical and special needs and palliative families. I love this book. I love this book. And I'm just going to tell you, expectingsunshine.com. You can find Alexis on Facebook or on Instagram, and I'll put those details in the video notes. But I was really worried about reading this book. I didn't know if I would be able to handle it. We ourselves had a pregnancy loss before Kane, our oldest son. And then Kane is our medical kid. We knew in utero that he was going to have some kind of heart issues. And let me explain a little bit more about this book. Alexis Marie had a child. Her second pregnancy, they knew that baby was not going to be compatible with life. So when their second child was born, he did not survive. And his name's Zachary. I really think that's important to mention as well. It's really important to talk about people's names, the people that we've lost. So Zachary lasted for a little bit after he was born and then passed away. This book is written when she is pregnant with her third child, and just what that means, like how anxiety producing it is, and just the happy and the sad and the grief and the trauma all mixed together. And I think this is a really, really honest and open look at what it's like, first of all, to lose a child, what it's like for your relationships, what it's like for your own mental health. And I think it fits really strongly, not just with the loss of a child, but with medical children and having a child that isn't going to be like your normal average child. Not that there totally is one of those either, but I don't know, there were so many things that spoke to me in this book, and her openness talking about what it was like with her husband and how they managed together was really strong. There's a lot of things. We didn't lose Kane, but with all the complications, I was always really worried about when I was pregnant with Maverick, what that was going to look like, and if the same thing was going to happen to him, and those feelings of like shame and grief and guilt. And Alexis talks about that in her book. So if you have lost a child, if you've had a medical child, if you've had a miscarriage, if you haven't and you're just interested in learning a little bit more, I think this book is really, really well done. I also really connected with the fact that even though she changes the names of lots of stuff, we were at the same hospital. We were at the same high-risk clinic. Like, I can tell, and all of these things, going to see a cardiologist, I can picture the room that she's talking about. So all of that just tied it even more closely to our experience. It was something that I really put off starting this book, and once I got into it, there was just so many things that stood out for me. The other thing that I really liked about this book is at the end of it, she talks about all the different ways you can connect with her. She has a documentary. She talks about her other books, but there's also, hold on, I'm just trying to find the page, references and resources. So things like Carry You With Me. It's a picture book about a mother's loss. There is another one, Hazel's Heroes, Healing Retreats for Grieving Mothers, and she gives all the information about that. She talks about another book called Loved Baby, 31 Devotions Helping You Grieve and Cherish Your Child After Pregnancy Loss. Another one, Loving Your Baby, a gentle and practical guide to parenting through miscarriage, stillbirth, and infant death. PALS, the Pregnancy After Loss Support Group that you can find. It looks like they might be American. Pregnancy Loss Healing, Return to Zero, SIDS, the Calgary Society, the Baby Resource Network, the Comfort Cub, and Wanted Chosen Planned Life After the Loss of a Child. There's so many resources at the back of this book that I think that families who might not have that information yet, this is a really good place to start. Anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I've got child loss on the brain right now, and I've been thinking about sharing this book for a while. So if you're in Edmonton, this book is available at Audrey's Books, but I know if you want to find Alexis Marie online, you would definitely find her there. Have a good one.